Hello world, it's Cutie Patootie, or Amy. Hey, I am glad you're here watching today. Just as a way of introducing myself, I'm a beginner miniature painter. I've been painting only for a few months. I have been painting for a long time, different types of things. I really like watercolor. I've done a lot of acrylic, never did oil, but my main love is it's the watercolors. So I'm dabbling in the miniatures because it's really fun to paint them. Not very good. I watch a lot of streamers as they're painting, getting tips. I've watched a lot of YouTube. I feel like I'm getting a little better as I go, but mainly what I'm streaming is just the process of me learning how to do this, and sometimes I get more professional painters in here who give me tips, and it's really invaluable. I love it. So if that's you and you're watching this video now or in the future, and you have something that you feel like would benefit, with love for you to, hey Demon, I'd love to have you follow me and hang around and listen or give me some tips as to what I could do to improve my painting. Something that I've learned just recently is that certain paints are better for this than others. And so I have a lot of acrylic paints in my inventory, and I've been trying to paint a lot of my miniatures, just trying to use up that inventory that I have, but I've been disappointed in some of the results that I've had. They just don't seem as crisp, as polished, to be quite honest about that. They just don't look as some of the ones that I've seen, and it's not the paint job, it's the finish that I've not been really pleased with. So how are you doing, Demon? Dang, I just ate a salad and I feel like I've got it in my teeth, and that's embarrassing. Anyway, excuse me while I pick my teeth in front of you guys all. I'd rather do that than have all this lettuce teeth. Hey! Anyway, that's weird. So, to bring you up to speed with what we're doing today, I am painting this little miniature that I have in front of me here for my good friend Demon Knight Gaming, who is watching the stream right now, and you should follow him. He's a great streamer. He loves to play all sorts of games, and he's a good friend I've had for a long time. So on his birthday a few weeks ago, he asked me to paint this for him, which I have been doing, and I have a combination of regular acrylic paints that I've been using for some of it, and some of it I have been using my game color paints that I have. Have some of those, and what I started to notice was that the game color paints were coming off with just such a much better finish than the ones that I was using, just the acrylic paints of unknown origin. No, I know the origin. They're just stuff that I had picked up, at the craft store for various projects. Nothing really, crazy. Inexpensive, really good for a lot of craft projects, but when you're looking for really good results, I'm not sure at this point that they are really. I probably could pick and choose, to be honest. Certain things I could use them for, maybe washes or something like that, but when I'm looking for really good crisp results, I'm thinking it's not the best. So specifically what I'm talking about is, you probably can tell, the leggings, the brown leggings that I've painted were with a game color paint, and they have a they have a sheen to them. It's not like satin or anything like that. It's just they've just got a nice finish. Whereas I also have been trying this particular figure came with no definition of muscles, and so I've been trying to paint in the muscles and using substandard paint, I am thinking. So today I stopped by the game store, and I mean, I can buy all these online, and I actually want to try a bunch of different kinds of paints, but the ones that I could pick up today and have today for this stream was the game colors. They have Citadel paints too, but I really hate their bottles, which look like this. They're just really hard to dump out, and this one's actually a wash, so I don't mind it too bad. I actually just I draw it out with a Q-tip, or a syringe, or a dropper. But the paints, like, I just don't really know how I could get them out. So anyway, I avoided the Citadel, even though they had a lot of colors. Kind of had just re-upped their stock, but I got Game Color Black. I also got, and so this figure is more black and red, so I got Gory Red, which is, I mean, probably just a straight red with more black in it, but I didn't want to mess with it. So I also got Scarlet Blood, which this is the difference in the colors. And also I got Heavy Brown, because I've not been real happy with the actual brown that I've been using. So, and what I've noticed is that you have to really shake these up, and I did not realize that. I have a couple other of theirs, the Heavy Ochre and Leather Brown, and I wonder if I would be getting better color from these if I was shaking them up. Duh. Like, have I never cooked anything? Or, like watercolors? You don't have to shake. You add water, you go. You add water, you wait for a few minutes, you go. These, it's just funny. I don't know. Just a lot to learn. Just telling you. So, anyway, so I'm pretty happy about the types of the types of colors that I got for this. So I'm going to actually today take some time and just paint over again. This is the third time I painted over this red with a different red, and I'm going to use this Gory Red, I think. No, I think I'm going to use the Scarlet Blood first. And whoops, I just dropped it on the floor. Excuse me. I'm going to use the Scarlet Red, and then probably use the, oh my gosh, my glasses are like so, ugh. What on earth happened to them? Okay, this is like not good. I'm going to use a towel to wipe my glasses. These are just like readers from like the dollar store. Who even cares if they... Did you know that paper towels can scratch your glasses? There you go. Random knowledge you now have. I've been wearing glasses like for far away since I was like, I don't know, senior in high school. So I have all this random knowledge that you now have as well. All right. So, Demon, what's going on with your car? Demon's car. Something going on with the battery. He was hoping that it was just maybe needing to be recharged, so now we're hoping that that's just the case. Okay, I'm putting this red down right here. It's a very beautiful, you see that? Yeah, there it is, right there. All right, I am not going to use my new brush because that's just, I don't know. I just don't want to. I'm going to use one of these other brushes that are not my favorites. Okay. All right, we're going to do take 3 on this miniature and hope that we can get some better results. So I'm going to just paint in all of the red places that I had originally painted, and then also did all my dude, I've got way too many paints on my table. I've got a shelf up here that I can put all my paints on, but like then I can't reach them. So, you know, it's curse of being short, you guys. I'm like 5'1", and that's, well, I wouldn't say that's a stretch, because it's not, but still, struggle's real. Shortness. Okay, so, all right, well, apparently Demon's not, you know, paying attention. Demon, what's going on with your car? What's up? All right. So I'm probably going to have to mention this again at the end of my stream, but I'm going to be changing my schedule this week only because I'm going to be going out of town on Thursday. So I won't be streaming on Thursday for my regular paint stream. I will be streaming my SMP that evening, however, and I won't be streaming my paint stream on Sunday. And the reason why is because I'm headed out of town. I'm going to California this weekend. The plan is to hit Disneyland on Friday with costumes. Yay! I'm kind of excited about that, you guys. I've made my own costume from scratch, sewing, which literally I'm going to tell you right now does not save you any money. You know, fabric is ridiculously expensive. Jeez. But what you do get is a costume that you actually, you know, want to wear instead of just some custom or, you know, just like a big box thing that you bought and put on, and it literally looks like it was made for, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What I do know is that it wasn't made for you, and it's not exactly what you wanted. So what I wanted was the Belle Pastoral from the live action costume. And so I found a pattern from a woman on Etsy who sells it. And dude, it was not easy. But I will be finishing that costume tonight. I have just a little bit left to do. It's so cute. And it looks, you know, just like what Emma Watson wore in that movie. Except that, you know, she's like a size, you know, -40 and I'm not. But it doesn't matter. Looks the same. Looks like maybe I'm her mother and we are twinners. It's cute anyway. And it was a complicated pattern. You know, I was saying last night just that the bodice like comes with like a shirt and then so like an undershirt and like a little kind of, it's called a fichu. It's a French thing for a handkerchief that goes around your neck or something. So there's that. So that's piece 2. And then there's the underskirt, which is like a skirt, only you put it under your skirt, and it's white instead of blue, like the one you wear on the outside. So I've got that. And so that's just the underclothes. And then you wear the actual skirt, which is blue, and you wear that over the... I don't really understand the purpose of the underskirt. I don't. I mean, other than it's just a little bit longer than the regular skirt, so it hangs a little lower. And then there's this thing called the bodice, which is this little like vesty kind of thingy that straps over the shirt, and got all these like, I don't know, what are they? They're like little rivets that you put in there, and then you lace them, and then you tie them up. How you tighten the whole thing with these strings that go through the rivets. So like that's how these two. There's a strap that comes up from the back, and one's come to the front, and they tie together, and then one that goes across. The 2 pieces that come across, and then they strap like with the strings. Like that thing was, I'm pretty sure it was like 16 pieces that I had to sew together to make that. Like, hello, it was ridiculous. Complicated for sure. Okay, I am already loving this sheen on this paint so much more. I am I think this is just something that each painter needs to come to on their own about the sheen. Now I need to paint his face again because now I'm like super annoyed with how it looks with the other paint, which I'm going to do right now. But I feel like I need to use a much smaller paintbrush. And Demon, if you're there yet, chime in. I'm curious to know how your car is doing. I feel like I need to put a little bit of water into this. I feel like the big box store brand paints are more thick than they need to be, and they're a little bit harder to use, so I'm always having to thin them down. These are a little thick as well, but not nearly as so. So I'm pleased with a couple different things. But like I said, you won't know those things until you actually start and you get results that don't meet with what you were hoping to achieve. Like, I'm a decent painter. I know that. I have a lot of techniques in my pocket from, things that I've done in the past. So it's not all about just like if I just can't paint. It's, it's materials, things like that. And I have learned a lot about, strategies or techniques, rather, is more like what I'm trying to say. I feel like I need to bring my camera a little bit lower down so you can see the figure a little bit better, but I also like hold it up sometimes and then nobody could see anything. So I'm actually going to try to bring my camera down a little bit more. Just bear with me while I try to do this. Not really sure how well this is going to come off. The mechanism in which I've got my camera being held is a little, I mean, it's good, but it's, I don't know. Well, I guess that's a little easier. I just have to, I mean, I hold it quite close to my face anyway because I need to see it. So, concentrating. Can't paint and concentrate at the same time. Okay, that's a very strong red, but I do like it. I can always make it a little bit darker, as I put on the different layers, which of course there are going to be other layers. This is not final flow, which is something I've learned. There's a lot of different layers in this, for sure. So, okay. Yeah, this is funny. Funny how you don't really, funny how I didn't realize what difference the paint actually was going to make. I picked this up without anyone talking to me like in person about what I was going to need, really. It was more like I just picked everything up off of like YouTube and stuff. A few conversations with randos just about some different things, but really, basically, this is just me learning. Not just, that's okay. Not a lot, actually, learning different things that way. And thank goodness for the internet, right? Like YouTube and stuff. Things we're able to learn now because of technology. It's just pretty cool. Okay. Yep, that is really, really different. Very, very happy with that. All right. Well, now I'm gonna redo the staff of his axe using some of this brown that I bought. I really need to shake it up. So I just noticed that this is extra opaque and heavy brown. I mean, I know what those words mean. What I'm curious as to know is how it translates into a paint. So I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm not wanting an opaque, a transparent look to this. So like maybe it won't matter. I guess we'll find out. I did pick up one of the reds on the shelf and noticed that it was an extra opaque, and I put it back, and I picked up one that was a similar color but not extra opaque, because I wasn't sure like if that was something I wanted, but I did not realize that this one was that also. So I guess we'll see what that means. I mean, I do want it to cover things. I don't want to use it as a wash, and if I did, I guess I just have to add like a lot of like medium to it. Not really sure. So anyway, yeah, there we go. So all right, so I don't know if you can see how that looks compared to what we were doing earlier. But I think the sheen on that, even just that first coat, is so much better than what I was dealing with when I covered up what I was doing. And it's going to be so much easier to paint in those muscles with this color. It's going to be so much easier, and I'm really excited to do it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot better. So now I'm just basing in with this new brown on this handle, trying to get it all the way around. It's kind of hard to get the back, but now I feel like I need to go buy all the paints, which is going to cost me a fortune. I guess if I just buy a couple at a time, the ones that I need for each figurine. Like I knew pretty much what colors I was going to paint this one. They were going to be predominantly black and red, and so I bought 4, and I think they were like $5 a piece, about. Literally, I don't even know. Why don't I know that? Seems really, really weird that I wouldn't even know. I just knew that they weren't that much, like that I could afford a couple of paints, Anyway, so okay, so now in my repertoire of the paints that I feel like I want to be making or using, I have this brown. I have the Vallejo. I don't know if that's pronounced Vallejo or Vallejo, but I know in California, I used to live near Vallejo, and it was Vallejo, not Vallejo. I don't know. I have no idea. If somebody wants to everybody pronounces it Vallejo, but in California, they pronounce it Vallejo, so I guess I just should do what all the other painters are doing and call it Vallejo, but it's actually a Reaper color, a Reaper magenta, which I was told and have confirmed that it makes the purple. So I have white, also from Reaper. I've got 2 shades of red from Game Color. I have ochre, dead flesh, leather brown, elfic flesh, and black. And that can't be it. Is that it? I think that's it. That's it, folks. So if my next figurine is this one from my good friend Silver Beetle, who also you should for sure get out there and follow. That's SLVRB3 TTL3. That's Silver Beetle. She is not. Oh, I covered it up, Demon. This one's for her. She asked for this figurine. She asked me to paint this one, which I'm going to work on next. So I think I'm going to have to get the metallics for that. I have the brown. I guess I'm not really sure what color she wants me to paint the gown and stuff, so I'm going to have to ask her. But hopefully it's a color I have. Just kidding. It might be a good opportunity to buy like a royal blue, because that would be beautiful. Royal blue with like silver, you know, silver highlights and stuff, and maybe like a deep red belt around her. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. Anyway, so I'm going to do that one next. Maybe I need to go buy like a royal blue. Okay, Demon, I painted over it. I'm just telling you, like in the beginning, I was talking about how I wasn't happy with the paint color, the paint finish, okay? So I've painted over it with a new paint that I bought, and it's actually paint that was designed for gaming miniatures. Gosh, why am I such a crazy person? I can't even do this. Why am I like 4? So this is so I painted over that, and now that I've painted over it, and it's got a much better sheen, like it looks really good. Now I'm going to paint in those highlights, the shadows and stuff of the muscles, because I think I figured out, like, you know, what the technique will be. You know, I drew this out on Sunday. I drew out how I was wanting those muscles to look. He's got such a small chest cavity or rib cage. It's just so short and broad. It's like opposite of what really should be. So it's kind of hard to paint that. But even with my subpar paints, it turned out pretty well. So, and I didn't use black. I used brown. But I'm going to use some black to make the dark areas, which will be good. Because there are some areas that have really deep shadows, like up in this area. This is the top of the chest. It's up here is really dark. It's quite dark under the muscle groups, and on the sides it gets quite dark. But I'm not going to get. So let's just start. I want this darker. I want this paint darker. This brown, but I still want it to be super like a brown color. Now that is not the color that I want. Can you see that? I'm going to have to mix paints with the paint that I have without using the other paints that I don't like. So I'm trying to look around and see what I have. I have leather brown, which clearly needs to be shaken up, because this is the leather brown that I have, but it looks like it's really like goopy. I don't like it. Yeah, if I mix it up a little bit, it looks a little bit better. I'm not sure if I have the right shade of brown for this, but we'll try a little bit here and just see what we get. That's supposed to be leather, folks, in case you were wondering. It's kind of interesting. So I'm going to add a little bit of this to this, pull in a little bit more of this brown. I'm looking for more of this shade, which is, it looks red on the camera kind of, but it's more like a, man, like a mud brown. How do you make a mud brown? I wonder if I need to put some red in it. Yeah, I bet I do. Maybe I need to use the Carnage red or whatever the hell it was called. Gory red. I didn't put any on the palette yet. Let's see what happens if you use gory red. My rings are ringing. Gory red to the rescue! Hopefully that helps. Put a little right here. Oh my gosh! Holy cow, that came out like blood. Oh my goodness. Okay, it might be too red. There's so much. It's getting there. It's getting more to that shade. That red was good. Yeah, I'm liking that better. Really still need to mix it up though. See, watercoloring has really prepared me for mixing colors because in watercolor, that's like the essence. You've got to know how to mix your colors. And oftentimes, you don't even know what color you've got. You're just like, oh, I love this like menagerie of colors that have just occurred. So, anywho, what do I got? Viewing and lurking. Ah, I see Shadow Pie was here. Maybe he's still here. I don't know. Shadow Pie's my friend. He plays on my SMP. I don't know the other folks. I'm not going to mention them just in case they're feeling odd. So let's do this thing. Okay, I need my smaller paintbrush. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going with a super light touch. So what I'm doing first, over by the camera, is I'm just gonna like put in a really light shadow underneath this pec muscle right here. And then on the other side. And I just really need these to be bilaterally like equal, so that they don't look weird, like, you know, out of proportion. Then I'm going to take that shadow up the middle a little bit. That way you can see what I'm doing. Up the middle, where it's going to then get very dark as it goes under his chin. Okay. Right, then I'm going to do another. Well, actually, let me make the stripe. Oh my gosh, I can't get. And I feel like my camera's not in the right place, so it's freaking me out. Bleh. Sorry, I just really want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing without focusing on things that don't need to be focused on. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go up the center of his belly with a very light touch. All of this stuff will be added on with deeper, darker colors later. But I'm just right now just trying to put a little bit of definition to his ab muscles. He's clearly going to have a six-pack, don't you think? And as a painter, we can do whatever we want, just as long as it looks like what we're trying to do. So I'm just putting in that ab muscle on both sides, and I screwed up. It's really hard to work underneath this it's really hard to work underneath this axe, to be fair. It's just, yeah, I'm gonna have to paint over that because I don't like how it turned out. Okay, all right, covering up. I'm going to, I think I took a picture of what I did the other day. I kind of want to see if I did 3 sets of abs or just 1. Oh, I'm not actually sure I took a picture of it at all. I think I just like tried and then gave up. That's a bummer. I guess I could look at my stream, but that would interrupt what we're doing. So I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to go with with the 3 abs. So that's a 6-pack, 3 on each side, right? It suits. The logic is there. Okay, so I'm going to try again. Dude, this paintbrush is brand new. It just pisses me off. I'm not very happy with it. Yeah, this is my new paintbrush. Okay. Super light, super just barely touching that in. I just don't want to go very dark yet. All right. Oh. Well, Demon, hey, like what's going on with your car? Okay, so there's the first lining in of the chest muscles. It's super light right now. We've got a lot of work to be done on it, but we're getting there. Okay, because this ridiculous creature had no definition at all. I'm not even, it could have even just been a dumb shirt. So look, this could have just been a shirt that he's wearing. Okay, here's the back. Like, where's the muscle on this guy? I mean, I've seen some figures this small with really good definition. So, for my friend Demon, we're giving him muscles. At least we're trying. And for those of you who have just joined, this is the third round. This time with paints that, you know, actually have a good finish. So, I still kind of wish I had gotten a darker brown, but I honestly didn't see a darker brown. I'm frustrated. Blah. This is just like not the right. I need a darker brown for this, for the next layer. I'm gonna have to make one. Like I said, I should be very well equipped to make darker paints. I just feel a little in. Why am I doing it with this paintbrush? So your car is like still not anything? Like it didn't charge? Is that what happened? I'm confused. What was I doing? Oh. Oh, distraction is me. It is the end of the term at school, at, you know, my job, and holy cow. I feel like my brain is going to pop off my shoulders at any second. Just, it's, this right here, this painting at the end of the day is like the best thing for my mental health. And I have nobody in my house, which is amazing. Like, kids are gone, living here by myself. It's amazing. Anyway, I get lots of peace and quiet. Okay, this is not going the direction that I want it to. I need it darker. What the freak? Why is it looking purple? Gosh dang it. I need it more brownish. How can I make purple into brown? Where's my color wheel? Why am I so dumb? Frick. If I was paint, what would make me dark? Sun. No, that's a human. Still looking purple. Gosh dang it. It worked. Just a dead. You need a new battery. Can't one of your roommates go and take you there? Oh my gosh! My daughter! My 17-year-old daughter got in a car wreck today. Let me tell you the story on that. So, when I got divorced, I bought this super cute little RAV4. Brand spanking new. And love that car. But before I had that, I had this little brown Altima that my grandma gave me like 3 years prior to that. And I am actually going to go get my color wheel, so it's just down here. I just dropped it under my desk. I can see how purple can become dark brown. Wait, that doesn't sound like that difficult of a dilemma. Sorry, you're watching my brain work, and it's not pretty. Not anymore, anyway, as I get older. Anyway, so at the time that all this happened, my daughter was just turning 16. And I was like, 2X, hey, let's just give her the Altima. It was a 2014 and this was 2020. Okay, it was 6 years old. It had 70,000 miles on it because my grandma literally would drive to the grocery store and back, and did for like 5 years before she gave me this car. Okay, so at low miles, it was not the cutest car ever, but I drove it for 3 years because it was free. And then but he had gotten this car from his mom that was like, it was a GMC Terrain. Okay, and it was cuter than this, Granny Altima, granted. Okay, but it was older. It had like almost 100, it had like 150,000 miles on it. Okay, and it just was not going to last, and it was more expensive to drive. Okay, that's one of the things that was going on with it. It was just going to be so much. That Altima was like kick butt on gas mileage. So anyway, he was like, no, I'm just going to do what I do because I do things like that. And I'm like, fine. So I took the Altima, traded it in on my RAV, and it was perfect. Okay, so look, I added red and I added black, and I got the color that I wanted. So now I can move on with my life and tell the story. It's a little more purpley, what the freak, than I would prefer, but it's okay. So fast forward, she can't afford to drive the freaking car because it's like so expensive to drive. And it keeps breaking down. What? Who knew? Oh my gosh. So anyway, so the car is then in the shop. Oh, hey, Gel Tip. Hi. So so the car, the Terrain that has 400 million miles on it, keeps breaking down. It's in the shop. Well, my ex-husband has always wanted a BMW, and I was always like, dude, we don't need that. So of course, I buy a RAV and he buys a BMW. Whatever. So when the car breaks down, I don't have an extra car for her to drive. I am a single person with one car. So he lets her drive the BMW. Okay? Are you following me? She's 17 now, okay? So the car's in the shop, the Terrain, currently. And I get a call from her today. She's been driving the BMW for about 3 weeks. She calls me today, and she's crying, okay? And she's at the scene of an accident. Her dad's there, whatever. And, she's freaking out because she wrecked the BMW. What? She's 17. Why are we letting our 17-year-old driver drive our brand new BMW? Okay, it's not brand new, but whatever. Listen, this is my take on it. If we had let her drive a Granny Altima when she was 16, number one, it would not have broken down, okay? So there would be no reason for her to have to be going and driving anybody's sweet-ass car, okay? And number two, she could actually afford to drive this sucker. I don't know. I'm just a dumb female. I don't know anything. Whatever. So now he's got like this exorbitant like bill to fix the BMW, as well as the Fiat that she crashed into. And it was not, yes, this was her fault. We all, I don't know if we all have done this, but I have, ran into the back of someone on the road. I have done that. I have not done it when I was texting, and she says she was not, and her friend says she wasn't, and, she's a good kid. We've all been teenagers, right? She probably was so freaking on her phone. Anyway, she also gets cocky because we tell her, she is a good driver. She really is. So she gets cocky. And then she's like, doing stuff that cocky people do. She drives too close to people. She slams on her brakes when she gets too, she doesn't brake slowly and whatever. All right, that's a little better. I'm liking these paints a little bit better, Demon. We're getting a little bit better results. Okay, that's second coat of abs for your inspection. I can't even hold these up to the camera. Bull. All right, still a crap ton of work. This is literally just level 2. Oh, thanks. Okay, finally got some like decent paints. That was the main problem in my life. So you're going to San Francisco this weekend. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm leaving Thursday. Zeos, brother Zeos, lives in San Diego, and we're gonna go to Disneyland in our costumes. I am streaming tomorrow, I hope. I'm trying to get so much done before I go. I don't know why. I go like every 2 weeks or something or whatever. So, but I am planning to. But what I am not going to be able to do is catch your stream on Friday, which I'm super bummed about. I was kind of lurking the other night when you were streaming for 3 hours, but then I watched the whole thing later because you were saying so many things that I'm like, I can't even catch that, but I want to listen to everything. So I listened to it all, watched it, and I realized that I'm subscribed to you, so it doesn't matter if I'm like watching it. But I just wanted you to know that. Oh, hey. I didn't get a package today, but I'm super excited because I cannot see. I'm so excited. Yay. But anyway, I just wanted you to know that, like, I love to watch you. I will be, at Disneyland on Friday, and then you're not streaming for another couple weeks after that. So I hope that you have a ton of fun in San Francisco. I grew up in Southern California for many years. I was born in Northern California. So Disneyland is kind of like my... Well, you said that you had to be a follower. You had to be in the stream, Like, I don't care if I win crap. It doesn't matter. I just wanted you to know why I wasn't going to be there. Because I, tried it. Like, you don't stream a ton. I like to be there. I learn a lot. Gosh, I learned so much. Seriously. Anyway. All right. Moving on with life. We're going to keep putting in these shadows around these guys. Poor little invisible pecs. So. Anyway, long story short, this is actually my daughter's second accident. The first one was in a dumb roundabout. Please, people, if you don't know how to drive in a roundabout, look it up. It's easy as crap. But I know so many people who pull up to the roundabout. They're like, duh, what do I do? Oh, good. Perfect. I can actually go there and figure out what your deal is about. I have ADD. Did you know that? I bet you did. I bet you could just watch me and be like, that girl's got ADD. What? And I've not taken my Adderall since 10 o'clock this morning, so I'm going kind of crazy. Anyway, back to the freaking roundabout business. Look, nobody's coming. Get in the roundabout. Then you have right away. He just can go around and around and around and around, and people have to wait for you. If they pull into the roundabout and they wreck into you, it's their fault, not yours, and you don't have to wait for them. When you pull up to someone when somebody's pulling in, you don't have to wait. You're in there. You can go. You have to look at that what's that movie? Chevy Chase it's the National Lampoon's European Vacation when they get to Big Ben. And he's like, I've never seen these roundabouts before. And he's like going around and around and around. And he's like, how do I get out of here? Well, that's basically, you know, a roundabout. You get in there and somebody gifted me a subscription to your channel, which which expired yesterday, and I noticed, and so I resubscribed because I'm like, I need to do that. Anyway, so holy cow, it's 6:30 already. So anyway, yeah, so she got in an accident in a roundabout because somebody didn't realize that they, you know, aren't supposed to just pull in. So it wasn't her fault because I've been teaching that kid since she was 2 what to do in a roundabout, mainly because I just like start screaming at people when they misuse the roundabout. Like, what's your stupid problem? You're crazy. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Jilted. Hey, look, my Stream Elements little majigger thingy is working. I just updated that today. I think she's doing okay. She decided not to come over today. She's taking this video editing class, and with like Adobe. Oh, frick! What's the name of that program? The movie editing one. Ugh, I can't even have words. I never have words. Anyway, so she's been taking this class with, you know, the Adobe version of and she doesn't understand what's going on. So I have downloaded it so I can teach her because I use a different one. And she was supposed to come over this afternoon, Adobe Premiere. Thank you. She's supposed to come over tonight, and I was going to, you know, educate her about all the stuff. And it's not going to actually work out tonight. So she's decided to come over tomorrow. Oh, I'm using the wrong color. Shoot. But then, as I was like, oh, I just hope we have enough time to finish your assignment, because end of term means we've got to get all the assignments turned in. So I'm trying to, like, hurry. Tomorrow night is literally the last night. So, I need more shadow over there. So then she confesses, well, I don't remember how to do most of it. I did make one of the videos. I think it'll be okay. I think we'll have enough time. And I'm like, murder. I'm going to murder you. I have spent so much time learning that frickin' program so I can teach you. And you're like, oh, by the way, I think I know it a little. I'm like, children. What do you do with them? What do you do with them? They are life-sucking, expensive little monsters that you just cannot live without unless you are living without them and then don't have them. And I love those little critters. I have 2 that I would never trade for a single thing in the world, but how come nobody told me that it was a big suck fest? But you know, I wouldn't tell my kids not to do it. Why not? Why am I withholding this big universal lie? I don't know. Okay, I think I don't want that ab to go all the way. I don't want that shadow to be like that. I'm trying to make realistic abs out of thin air, you guys. It's the weirdest thing ever. I think I've got too much shadow here. Oh my gosh. Hey, babe, I went to the game store after work and I got a few new colors and it's making all the difference. You're probably not paying attention because your kids are around, but realistic abs out of thin air. Because this guy had no definition of muscle at all. It was just like flat surface, like this. Like, what is up with this, like, me trying to hold a figure to the camera? It looked like this. Oh. Yeah, they are super helping it. So anyway, this is his back. This could be a shirt, right? But I prefer to think that it's naked skin. It just makes more sense, right? So he has no muscles. So I was like, I guess we have to make muscles. So this is my third time making muscles on this little guy. I've tried 2 different paints, tried 2 different techniques. This is the third time. And even yesterday or Sunday, I like drew out the abs that I wanted and like how I should paint them and everything. Just so I was getting it right. Yeah. So yeah, he had nothing. He had nothing, and I just didn't want him to have nothing. This guy clearly looks like he's got muscles. He is not the kind of guy who's going to wear a shirt into battle. Only, I almost said a bad word. Anyway, only really lame warriors wear shirts into battle. I don't know. I don't know where I got that. Anyway, I am completely convinced that, you know, lame acrylics will ruin your work. He didn't. He did not have abs already. You can rewind the stream. I wish I had a picture that I could just throw up here of what he looked like. It was just like flat. Like he had like a guy who's wearing a shirt. He had like some pec definition, but that was it. But it would look like he was just wearing a shirt. There was not any definition at all, and he needs to have more. He doesn't even have like look at his arm. Like that's not a bicep. That's just like I'm wearing a shirt, it's covering my huge bicep or tricep. Where's his triceps? Like there's just nothing. So I'm having to recreate muscles. Fortunately, I know muscles a little bit. I know where they are and stuff, but it's hard. So I'm making a bicep just like right here on the side. That's hard too. It's hard to create things like that. Also, I just feel like I'm floundering just a tiny bit. Maybe I just needed to do more blending now that it's kind of late to be blending since everything's dried. Such an amateur. Okay. It's okay, I can be an amateur. So my daughter thinks that she's gonna like not be able to drive because she's I like to glaze better because it's easier. But I have been really trying to blend more. And honestly, I don't know the difference. No, I do know the difference. I just don't know like why you would use one versus the other. I think glazing is probably like an easier route. Am I wrong? I think blending, when done right, looks really good. But also I know it takes a crap ton of time. It can. I think I'm going to actually try to blend this a little bit better. I think it would look better. Well, I was wrong. I'm gonna have to try that. Glazing is multiple thin transparent coats. Oh my gosh, you just blew my mind. So much to learn. Of course, I didn't learn how to watercolor all that stuff in a day, so I should just be nicer to myself. Half the time I wanted to throw it all away anyway. Much like I'm feeling about this right now. Ah, that's one thing I've never done is oil paint. That could be what's going on here. The little girl I'm talking about with the car, she's taking an oil painting class right now, and I am just dying of jealousy. I want to be in that class with her and just learning all the things, because, you know, I was just saying in my last stream, every art class that I've taken has been out of my own pocket or just like ridiculously laborious because I'm learning on my own. Whereas if I had just like been less worried about like doing what was cool in high school, I would have like taken some of the classes that were more me. But no. Gave up my music, gave up my singing, gave up everything so I could take dumb classes with the cool kids and the cute boys and the other dumb things people do. Color do I even have on here? It was so hard. I wish this guy could just move his axe for just a minute. I wonder if that's a thing. Like, can you just like take the axe off and like glue it back on later when it's like easier to paint? I really like that idea. All right. Okay. Yeah, super. These abs are like really outside my comfort zone. It almost looks like a chest plate to me. I just don't know. Hello. It's just so hard. Thank you. I'm motivated to keep trying every day because I like it. Well, I don't like it. I love it. It's so much fun. I mean, people that don't want to paint these kind of things, lame. Thank you. I think I need less shadow right here and more like more skin color. I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what doesn't look right to me. Everything. But if I put it away, just like put it away or move it really far away so I have to look at it from further away, I see it from a different perspective. Or I walk away and I, you know, come back later and look at it. And often that's when I see that it's okay. I just get too close to it. Yeah, that's actually looking a little bit better. The shadows are a little bit too shadowy, like too thick back here. This is looking so much better. If you looked back on my stream from, I think it was Thursday, when I finished the first round of abs, oh my god. Like, I was happy with it because it was my first time, and I was like, oh yeah, kind of looks like abs, but also looks like shiz. Then Sunday I was happier, but I just wasn't happy with the sheen or the finish of the paint. And today this is actually looking like what I really wanted to be looking like. Yeah. My biggest question at this point, and it has been this question since you're here, is, so we've got this red and the shadows. I really need to highlight the abs, well, highlight. I just need to highlight, but I don't know what color. I've tried I've tried pink. I've tried like kind of orange. I don't know. Like nothing looks right. Put my glasses back on. Nothing looks right. I tried white. There was a picture that it looked like that kind of used like an orange or white or whatever, and it didn't look okay. I don't know. So I wonder if I should make more of an orange color. Yeah, white didn't work out. Plasticky. We'll make it look I just thought it made it look, yeah, okay, it made it look fake. What am I looking for? We'll drop it. A red orange or an orange. I'm gonna have to make white an orange because these are all I only have certain colors now. So I'm gonna make one with that color. I'm gonna put it down here next to this red. Oh. Mixing, I was talking earlier, mixing is something that I've done a lot with watercolor, but like less precise. In watercolor, you're not necessarily looking for a specific color. You're kind of just looking for I don't know. This needs more yellow. This is still very red. All right, I'm doing it. I'm gonna get a bigger brush. Except my yellow isn't mixed up right. And it looks very watery. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay, I'm putting it right here. Right here. There it is. Thank you. I really want to do this. I want it to look good. Okay. Got my yellow over here. This is ochre. I'm done using not good acrylics. Okay. I'm holding. I'm in hold pattern. Oh. Sorry. I'm impulsive and crazy. Okay, that was 3 dabs. So do 3 dabs of red and swish that in with the yellow. This is much more like watery than this red, though. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. That's more red than that orange, but you feel like this is a good one? Good color? I feel like other people are always telling me I don't listen either. I feel like it's a problem. Add 1 more yellow. Yeah. Okay. 1 more yellow. That's pretty. Did you know that's my favorite color? Literally, that's my favorite color. Oh, it's so pretty. Yay! All right. So is that my I washed the brush. Okay, so we're getting it all wet, and we're hitting the okay. Okay, I'm not doing a single thing. I'm just doing just what you say now. I'm not even gonna like do a single other thing. Oh, with the small brush. Yeah, I feel like this brush is quite large. That's okay. I'm like, this has been hard for me. I really want to do it with my smallest brush, my smallest brush. Okay, so I'm getting it all wet. And I'm going to take most of the paint off, but not all of it. Okay, ready. I should, except that's just too much time. Okay, put the paint on the brush and hit the paper towel. Okay, I did that. I bet he was just getting on here to lurk, and I like dragged him into like, help me do this. Oh my gosh, I got paint all the way up into like the metal part. Lightly touch the highlight. Okay. You said lightly before. I don't even see that color though. They're doing it on the very tops of the pecs, like where you would see that highlight. Okay. Okay, because I'm like, there's no paint there. I'm going to do that again with the lower pecs, unless you start telling me that I shouldn't do that. Yeah. I mean, maybe when it dries, it will look like something. Oh. Okay. All right, so you said that glazing is several layers, so do I keep doing that same thing? You still around, Demon? Look at this. Look how, I don't know if you can see. Look, Demon. It's coming along. I need serious stuff happening with his face, but he's probably not even still here. Okay, okay. All right, so same thing. Again. I mean, it looks dry. Yeah, these are dry. Unless you feel like I didn't wait long enough. I hate waiting. It's the worst. Yeah, I don't think the bottom parts are dry yet. Oh, you know what I did get? I'm such a disaster. Where is my heat gun? Oh my gosh. Oh, here it is. Yay! I'm not probably going to use that today, though. All right. My gosh. I am going blind for a good purpose. It looks like I've been bleeding all over this paper towel. Ugh. Can you move that, please? I keep asking you, and you're just not listening. Are you autistic? What's happening? Autistic warrior. Okay, 2 more yellows. 1, be very specific. I mean, that's definitely, clearly a different color. I have paint in my hair. Something's in my hair. Okay. I mean, how do you... I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm going over the same spots. Doing this. This makes me feel like I'm a professional. It's texting me. I don't wanna... Alright. Well, I will try to be smaller then about things. I just can't get in there. Just so... It'd help if my hair wasn't in my eyes. I can't look at it for a minute. I just need to like... Well, actually, with that like thing over my head, it will actually, I mean, I could like actually put my hair back and then just have those like things on, and that will help, I think. I'm intentionally not looking at it right now just because when I look at it again, I want to be like, oh, I don't know how long that takes. Hopefully 10 seconds. All right. Well, it doesn't look hideous. I'm so hard on it. It's your fault, demon. I can tell that that is starting to be highlighted. Do I need to just keep doing this? You control the highlights each time you do it. Do I just keep adding yellow then? Oh my gosh. It's driving me bananas. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to keep adding yellow. This is really interesting though, because this is pretty much like what I thought that it was supposed to be doing, but I couldn't figure out how to achieve that. But I didn't remember or something that it was done in layers like that, or understand how the layers were supposed to be working. Okay. You guys, anybody here that is learning how to paint or whatever, guys need to follow Gel-Tip. He's seriously being so helpful to me. He's got a great channel. Amazing. All right, here we go. I don't know how to do the shadow thing. I tried to figure it out this afternoon, but I also didn't have enough time because something happened with the computer and I was like, oh. I will figure it out though. Oh, I see things happening. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's starting to like show, really. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I am really, really liking that. It's very, but I have ADD. I have a hard time waiting for anything. I think I'm also of the generation where like instant gratification is like super a thing. You know, gone are the days where women my age were into like crocheting and knitting a ton and quilting because nobody got time for that. I have many models. I have many moons to practice this. I have a lot of work to do. How long have I even been? Hour and a half. Streaming for an hour and a half. My normal stream on the weekends or weekdays is 30 minutes because that's really all I can allocate in my life. Of course, when my kids are gone, you know, and they're not like, Mom, what are you going to make for dinner? Mom, I need this at the store, Mom. Which is quite delightful. I do need to do that same thing on his face. I also need to define these muscles, and I will need to do that same thing on the muscle belly. That's some touch up to do. I was saying earlier in the stream that I went and I bought a whole bunch of colors today because I was really dissatisfied with some of the colors, some of the paints that I was using, and so I just went and bought a bunch of these game colors because I can actually pick them up at a local store. I think what I'll do is, this is the next figure that I'm going to be painting, and I think the only color that I really need is, I think I'm going to do, if my friend Silver is in agreement, I think I'm going to do her dress like royal blue or something, and I don't have that color. So I think I might try one of the colors that you told me to try, and maybe get one of those and see how I like it. Game color. Isn't that game color? I mean, thank you for helping me with my first glazing. Feel very pro. Anyway, yeah, so the store that's close to me has this brand and Citadel's, and oh, I know. This particular bottle, this leather brown, I did not realize that, or the ochre, and I'm like, what is this? It's so gross. Yeah, it's horrible. But I figured that out with this brown because I'm like, why is it green on top and brown on the bottom? Yeah. But so they had Citadel colors. They had a whole bunch of those, but you know, I've told you I don't like those bottles, so I didn't buy any of those colors. So I was thinking, what brand? You said Scale 75 Reaper, and I have a few Reaper colors that I like. Monument Hobbies, Army Painter, Whiz Kids. You said you weren't sure about them. Green Stuff, and Turbo Dork. Which one of those should I, because I'll pre-order like the royal blue. Hi. What's a color shift? I'll have to look that up. But maybe like, okay. So maybe not Turbo Dork. You were talking about a couple different ones on your stream. I don't remember. I didn't write them down. Oh, ooh. I want my skin to be color shifting. That would be fun. Yeah, you said you got some colors at that conference that you went to. So, cuddle fish or something like that. I don't remember what you said. Yeah. The Reaper colors are pretty nice. Reaper cuddle. It was cuttlefish. Look at me. Look at my weird memory. Army Painter. I will try Army Painter. I haven't got any of theirs. I'll try that. Just get one of those. Get it. Order it because I think it'll be. I can't stream. I can't stream Thursday my painting. I can stream my game because I'll have gone to California by then. But I just can't take my setup with me. So, and I can't stream on Sunday either. So I think besides tomorrow, next Tuesday will be the next time I stream my painting. So I'll just adjust my schedule. Anyway, I am going to sign off because I have my costume left to figure out, finish sewing. Oh. GW. What's GW? Thanks, sweetie. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, see, so these ones are Game Workshop, I'm assuming. Okay. You said Monument Hobbies. I'm writing all these down, just so you know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Special thanks to Geltip for all of his tips and help. I certainly appreciate that so much. And anybody who views this, I get quite a few views later on, should super go check him out. And his channel does a lot of tutorials and things like that. So anyway, grateful to all of you guys out there. Have a great evening. I don't know how to quickly end my stream. I'm going to do it. See you later. Good.